best games, in our opinion. I'm pretty excited to do this. We've been working on this for kind of the last couple of weeks, but really hard for the last couple of days. And we're hoping that we can make a good product and share some of our opinions and some of our favorite games. So let me explain what the tier list is, okay? So we decided to rank the games based on how we would recommend them to other people, mostly. So if you look here, you can see like the S rank. The S rank is everyone should play it. It just doesn't matter if you've played games your whole life or if you've never played a single game, you should play these games. S minus are the games that are on par with the S games. Amazing games, but they have a really high learning curve that make it kind of not accessible to a lot of people. A plus is for just an outstanding game. A is you should try it. B is a great game, but it relies a lot on its nostalgia factor or it's a little bit outdated. B is solid game. C plus is a game that fills a niche, so kind of like sports games, things like that. Games that aren't for everyone, but certain people really will like. C is an okay game, and D is just games that we would not recommend. All right, so.
Okay, so we have 150 games.
151 and a half.
Oh, 1.5, yes. Yeah, they all are. Anyway.
We think there's 151, but apparently we have 152, so anyway.
Okay, well,
let's go for it.
Started.
Assassin's Creed. Okay. This game.
This is the third one, right?
This is the third one, too, yeah. This is the one that we put in B tier. So, Assassin's Creed, this is, I think, the first Assassin's Creed game I played. It's really fun. It's, good iteration of the Assassin's Creed games, but not quite as good as some of the other ones, so we're going to put it in B. Next, we have Black Flag.
Which we're putting in S minus.
S minus or A plus? I thought that one was A plus.
Oh wait, maybe we did change it to A plus.
I think we did.
Yeah, I think you're
right. Yeah, it doesn't quite belong in S minus because I don't think it's limited by its learning curve, but it is, and I think both of our opinions, the best Assassin's Creed, right?
I mean, I haven't played the first or second one, but
out of the ones we've played, our favorite
has been our favorite.
I mean, you get to be pirate, so it's an awesome game. I think they did a great job of involving, like, they did such a good job with the Assassin's Creed formula in this game of meshing the assassin with the pirate, and it was just so fun. It's such a good one.
Just wonderful pirate game. If you like pirates, you'll like this game.
Yes. Okay. Odyssey, which is the one that takes in Rome, we're gonna put in A tier. And let's just rate the rest of these real quick so we can talk about them. So Origins is solid.
Yeah,
solid. And Rogue is just okay.
It's just okay.
So obviously you can compare these pretty well to each other because they're all the same kind of game. Odyssey, and I think the trend here that you mostly see is that the Assassin's Creed works really well with certain like historical figures and not as well with others. I think Pirates is just so perfect for it. Spartans is so good for it too. And then Egypt and the Italian Renaissance, they're good, but it's just not as good. And then Rogue, I haven't played.
I've played this one, and it's just kind of a copy of Black Flag actually, but just doesn't work as well. I think it's a shorter game. It's pretty fun, but just pales in comparison to the other ones.
Yeah, cool. All right, next game we have here is Advance Wars. This one is an A tier game. This is one that I've played. Really awesome, fun strategy game on the Game Boy Advance. Simple, colorful, turn-based strategy. You play with tanks and infantry and stuff like that. I think they did such a good job. If you like strategy games, for sure you need to try this one. If you like turn-based, you should definitely need to try this one. I think you should try it.
Okay, all being, were we saying solid or?
Yeah, I think we put this one in solid.
Yes, it was solid. Okay, well, we both played this game.
Yeah.
Actually,
we played it for a while. It was a lot of fun.
It was for like a few days. I think you actually ended up playing it longer than I
played
did.
it a little bit longer, but eventually burnt out as well. It gets very farmy very quickly, unfortunately. It's pretty much all about farming, kind of, but
Yeah.
it's fun, and we it was a good time.
And it was really fun playing it together.
Really fun to play
too.
it together, but just kind of a weakness a lot of the online games have, that once you get past a certain point, you just have to put so much effort to get anywhere. And so that's where Albion's going to be. It also has that interesting mechanic of when you die, you lose all of your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? And, like, you keep your experience.
Which doesn't happen until, like...
Until you get later on. But
Yeah.
I think, like, the third time I died and lost all my stuff, I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm coming back to this one. It's a great game. Or a good game.
I just realized we didn't put Sea of Thieves on here. But...
Oh, we did.
Which you had a similar experience with that one. Anyway, Among Us.
First S tier here. Among Us is just a super fun multiplayer game. Obviously, it's taking the world by storm right now. So, and we're not just putting it here because everyone likes it, though. We both think it is an awesome game. They did a lot with a little, and great way to play with friends, and especially. Reason it is an S tier, especially friends who don't play games.
Yeah, it's been amazing seeing like people that you wouldn't think would like games playing this game.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Next here we have the new Avengers game. We have both played through the beta and the story of the beta. Tried to play it together. It was kind of slow in the beta, which is understandable.
Yeah,
but
it was pretty fun, but just wasn't that captivating, I guess.
Yeah, and honestly, we just played the beta, so we could be missing something there.
Yeah.
But it didn't really grab our attentions. I think we didn't get to play the story enough, which may have been something to do with it. But
well, we just
cool
got distracted by other games.
That's
right?
true. We did get distracted by other games.
Well, we probably do need to try it more, but
All right. Next, we have the Backyard Sports games. First game that we're going to put in B+ because of the nostalgia that me in particular, and also you to some degree, have. I've played much more of the franchise. You just played the skateboarding one, but they're all so fun. Backyard baseball, football, hockey was a really great one as well, and basketball. Just really fun to play as these like little kids, and they could do like all kinds of crazy maneuvers and stunts and stuff like that, and like they're a lot of fun, and I would play them again. I wonder if we could still find them around, but we should. It's fits really well into this B+ nostalgia tier.
Yay, Batman Arkham Asylum. This one's B. I've played this one. I don't think you have.
I haven't played it too much now.
It's a good game. If you like Batman, you'll like it. It's not an incredible game, but it's a fun playthrough.
All right, next we have the OG Star Wars Battlefront. This one goes into A+ tier. Probably my personal favorite shooter game. I think they did an awesome job with it. It's really fun. You get to play as Star Wars characters. They also had the super fun. The heroes they did so well in this game. And playing against people as the heroes was such a good time. Just outstanding.
Yeah.
Just like it's
really fun Star Wars game.
Okay, next we get another great B+ one. Bionicle game. I don't know if many people know about that this even exists, but
and I mean there's a few of them too, but
yeah, I guess I didn't even know that.
You didn't know there's a few?
No,
there's a few.
I think this is the first one though, right?
This is the first one. I actually played another one more, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, this first one was tons of fun, and we played it a lot. It was really fun playing as these Bionicle characters, and the Bionicles were my favorite Legos as a kid, and I loved playing with Legos. We had this huge Lego box, and we would always play with all of them.
Yeah.
And so just being able to play as these, it was kind of the first time you got to play as Lego characters. It came out like before any of the actual.
Did it? I think Lego Star Wars was
It
out
may have,
before
anyway.
it, but anyway.
Anyway, it's a really fun game. Definitely relies a lot on that nostalgia.
Yeah, probably doesn't hold up today. But
I think there's some like really frustrating dumb mechanics in it. So anyway.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, Bloodborne. So this is Souls-like. I've definitely played all the Souls-likes more than Johnny.
I've played them a little bit, but definitely more of Brian's.
I mean, these are the reason why this tier exists. I love these games. This one's so fun. It's just Dark Souls, but like Victorian, and there's werewolves. It's It's a lot faster paced, but it's just so fun, and it's so hard but so rewarding if you push through it.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a reason why it's not S tier.
Yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. This is a great example of the S- tier. If you're trying to figure out what it is, Bloodborne is basically what S- means for us. All right, next we get Bloons TD5. This one is an A tier
yes,
for
I believe
us.
it's A.
I love the Bloons games. They were so fun. I think 5 is the one I played the most. The progression through it was so fun. It's just I love these games with these like silly concepts, like
Yeah.
monkeys fighting against balloons. Like why are the
And yet it
balloons-
works.
And it works, and it's so fun. And it's like you get all these crazy monkeys, all these crazy powers, and it is a great time. If you like tower defense games, you have to try this one, and people should try it anyway. I think it's one of the most accessible tower defense games out there. So next we're gonna go to Borderlands, which is another A tier game.
A tier.
Yeah, we kind of lumped them together because we haven't
We've mostly played the second
we've
one.
mostly played the second
We
one.
both played the prequel.
Yeah, I
a
played a
little
decent
bit.
amount of the prequel.
Oh, you played decent. I just played the beginning, but
But neither of us have played 3, so we'd have to play a little bit more of both of them. But they kind of feel the same to a certain extent.
yeah.
So anyway, I think it's a good you should try it game. Just crazy shoot 'em up game, really fun, good time.
Yeah, it definitely one of the better shooters out there, but just super fun.
All right, next we're going to Breath of the Wild. This is another one of our S tier games. I love talking about games bringing themselves into the modern era. I say that a lot when we've been talking about this tier list. I love seeing them go from their original, Ocarina of Time, for example, and then becoming what Breath of the Wild has. And they did a phenomenal job of opening up the world of Zelda and making it so fun, so pretty, and accessible. I think there's no reason someone shouldn't play this game. It's a phenomenal adventure game. Yeah, I can say enough about it.
I mean, I totally agree, and I think all the Zelda games, all the Mario games, all do a really good job of just being for anyone.
You said Mario, Zelda.
Yeah, I mean, the Mario
Nintendo games.
Nintendo
Is
games.
what you're trying to
Yes,
say? Okay,
yes.
that's fair.
I hope everyone understood that. But they all
We
do
got
a
that.
great job. Nintendo does a great job of just making games for everyone. You don't have to be
Crazy
a
good.
gamer
Yeah.
to enjoy any of these. Okay, Cat Quest.
Yeah, this is a really fun, simple multiplayer game. I think it fits well in B tier. Brian and I have played this game together. I think if you want to play it, if it sounds interesting to you, it's you run around as a cat and a dog, and you're fighting other cat and dog and
It
type
has a really,
creatures.
really cool art style.
Really cool art style.
Very unique.
Really knows its place. It takes it has all the cat and dog puns in it.
It's so great.
If you're gonna play it, play with a friend. It's really fun, easy game to play with a friend and mess around for a while. So that's Cat Quest 2. Civilization.
5.
Yeah, this is one. Yeah, we're putting it in B plus. I keep trying to waffle my way around and move it somewhere else, but it's.
But I don't let you.
You don't let me. Yeah, I love Civilization, and I've played most of the Civilization games, and I think they've done a good job of keeping themselves relevant. But I have a lot of nostalgia with it. Brian and we would play it a ton as kids together. It was one of the first that was when we first started playing games together. It was when we played this one together.
And I mean, I absolutely loved it. I didn't actually know how to play the game.
Yeah, I kind of held your hand through the whole thing.
Yeah, but I loved being able to
with the
play a
intent
game
of
with you.
teaching you, and
Yeah.
we got to play together, and it was fun. It was a great time,
Yeah.
and I've played it with several of my friends. A lot of my friends liked this game when I was growing up, so I like putting in this B plus tier. I kind of want to put it higher, but I think it fits well here. So, okay, next we have Clue Finders.
Which is another B plus.
Another B plus. And a lot of it, I guess outdated might be a good way to put it, is because, I mean, it's for elementary school kids. It's a learning game for elementary school kids, but I think they did a great job of making learning interesting. We played through all of these and we loved them, and
they sometimes don't even feel like you're learning, which
Yeah.
I mean, you're learning while just having a blast.
yeah, and they're not just teaching you A plus B equals C. They're teaching you how to problem solve and stuff like that, and and it's just really good. And I want my kids to be able to play Clue Finders. Basically, is I guess what I want to say about it. So, all right, next we
Call
have
of Duty Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare. Neither of us have played much of the Call of Duties. I've played this one definitely the most, and I can't even say I've really played any of the other ones. And
Yeah, I think this is the only one I've played.
and this one's probably the most famous too. They did a great job. It's really fun. The multiplayer is fun. Playing with friends is fun. Just a good time. Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah, just
should try
another
it.
solid shooter when we don't really like shooters.
Yeah, we're not great fans of shooters, but they did a good job. All right, Control. A tier, right, is where we ended up putting this one.
I believe this one was A tier.
Yeah,
Actually,
I think A tier.
We actually decided B.
We
with
did?
this one.
I don't know. We could put it A, especially with the adding the A+ tier. We can.
I think
Yeah.
it belongs in A. I mean, just do the story. The story is super cool. I think the gameplay is a little lacking, but
Yeah, it gets a little repetitive. I think is the problem,
but the story definitely makes up.
Mhm. Yeah, the story. It's a really intriguing story, really intriguing concept. They did a really. It has a lot of like, high critical reviews. I guess if that makes sense, and I think they deserve it. And I think A is a good spot to put it. So, all right, next we get Crash Bandicoot
which we're putting
in B+. Yeah, I think it still relies a lot. It's a great game, but it does rely a lot on its nostalgia points. One of those first like really good PlayStation games, and as PlayStation started to like develop more and more, this was one of their like big titles, and I played it some as a kid, and that's mostly why I like it now, honestly. And so I think I don't think it doesn't deserve to be any lower than this, but I think B+ is a good spot for it.
Yeah, I haven't played them at all, but I really want to.
Yeah, they're worth. I really want to try
The remake.
4.
Or 4? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 4's out
I guess
now,
that one
so.
just came out, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next we have CTR Racing.
Which we're putting in
A tier. Yeah. Fun racing game. Good to play with friends. Misses the little things. Some of the things that like Mario Kart. Mario Kart's the obvious comparison for it, right? It's very similar to Mario Kart, and it just misses a couple of things that Mario Kart has, and so we're going to put it in A tier. You'll see where the Mario Kart games end up.
I think at the same time, though, it definitely makes up for not being Mario Kart. It has.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's definitely its own game, and
It's not like completely inferior, and it's not just like a reskin of Mario Kart. They did a great job of making their own game and making it fun. So,
okay. Danganronpa.
Danganronpa.
So we had put this in B, but I'm actually thinking C+.
I think that is a good place for it, actually. Yeah.
Now that I think about it, I mean, I don't know if everyone's heard of this, Danganronpa. It's like kind of like a mystery, like kind of clue game maybe. Anyway,
Yeah.
but you're just you're in a school with a bunch of students who are killing each other, and you basically have to figure out who is killing who. And I've played a little bit of it, and I really want to like it. It looks so interesting, but it just looks like it's going to take so much out of me, and I need to be like completely focused while I'm playing it.
And I think that's why it feels the niche is a good place to put it, because for
Yeah.
certain people it'd be awesome, but I don't think everyone will like it for sure.
Exactly.
Okay, next we have Destiny.
A
A tier.
is where we were putting
Yeah,
this.
I like Destiny in A. I think it's a really good concept, really well
Yes,
done.
we actually had it in B, but
I think it deserves to be an A, though.
Yeah.
I mean, really good multiplayer, really good to play with friends, and just like, and recently they've been just adding more and more onto their game, making more and more accessible, which you don't see enough. You don't see enough of people like just making DLCs accessible to people, and that's really awesome, and I think it fits well in A tier. Next we have Diablo 3. So we're gonna put an A+. Just I don't know how long Diablo 3's been around, but it's just a really
it's been around for a while.
it's just a really fun game. It's really fun to run around, kill a bunch of things, just like throw out big damage numbers. It's just always a good time.
It's super fun playing it together.
Yeah, I think that's when it's at its best when you're playing with friends. I've spent so many nights just playing through Diablo with friends. It's just
Yeah.
like I probably played through the first part on different characters a bunch of different times, but it's fun.
I know, played it too much now. I wish there was like
Yeah.
different stuff you could do almost.
Yeah,
But it's,
I wish you could start from a different spot. I feel like that would make.
Well,
it
I mean, after
easier,
you
yeah.
finish the game, you can.
Oh really? I didn't. Realize.
Yeah, if you like keep using that character, but
Interesting.
if
Anyway.
you start new characters, anyway. Cool.
Next we have these. Okay, so this is a series of games called Donut Games. If you don't know about them, they were on the App Store. They were phone games that they made just a series of these like small little like I guess indie style is a good way to put them type games. Like one of my favorites is you run around to this rat and you have to like jump to all these different platforms and like collect cheese on the way. It's just like small little silly games like that one you like mow the lawn and what's the
Yeah.
one you always talk about
There's this pyramid exploring one, which was I think the most complicated out of all of them,
yeah
but just so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're gonna put in B plus. It could even be higher. I don't even know if they're accessible anymore.
And I mean that's
and
the big reason why
Yeah.
it's in B plus.
Yeah. All right. Next we have Doom. This one we're gonna put in B tier.
B tier. Well, I've played this one a lot more than you.
Yeah.
I actually really like this game. I've played it quite a bit. I've almost completed 2 playthroughs, but it's just a fun just what is that phrase? Mindless fun.
Oh, yeah,
Just
mindless
mindless just killing demons, and it's super fun, but definitely has some drawbacks. Anyway.
All right. Next we have Anno 1800. This one we're gonna put in C plus. I think I really like the game, but it's a city building game that definitely fills a niche. If you like the city building, like exploration, creating like large cities, stuff like that, you'll like this game. Kind of like the SimCity type games. And Anno 1800 actually, they did a really good job of bettering the Anno formula because they've done some other games and I've tried them in the past, but they're not as easy, not as intuitive, and they did a good job of making this one more accessible. And we'll put it in C plus. I think if you like the city building games, try it for sure.
And I mean, I've tried it, and
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but again, I had to have you hold my hand. the whole time.
I did. All
Anyway.
right.
Okay, Dark Souls 3. Love this game. It's another Souls-like. It's the Souls-like.
These Souls.
The
Yeah.
Souls. Just a phenomenal game. The definition of hard, yet so rewarding. Just such a cool atmosphere, and I love all the atmospheres of all the Souls games, and they're just phenomenal games, but just so freaking hard.
Yeah, that's for sure. I've played some of it. I really like it too. I'm glad it can be in the S- tier. All right. Next we have Elder Scrolls Online.
Okay, I think this one was
okay.
C.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would have loved for this game to be a lot better. The Elder Scrolls games are obviously super fun, but I don't know. They're just missing something with Elder Scrolls Online. And
Yeah, I mean, it's also kind of sad because to play it, you have to have PlayStation Network. At least on the PlayStation.
Yeah, but that's kind of a deal with any online game. Anyway, but
I mean, but there's a lot of games that you can still get content from.
yeah, I get what you're saying.
This one completely requires PlayStation Network.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so I think C is fine for it. I don't think it needs to be any higher. All right, Enter the Gungeon, A tier.
is this A or B?
A tier.
A.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a super fun roguelike indie dungeon crawler. I think those are all adjectives that you can describe this game with. Like the bullet hell style games, this one is just like the great example of it, and just like crazy, like really cool art style, just really fun to run around and like find all this different stuff in those dungeons, and it's a good time. If especially if you like that style of game, you should try it, and I think you should just try it anyway. It's a fun game.
Okay, Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, S minus.
Oh yes, that
A
no, it was
plus?
A plus. We changed
Yeah.
it to A plus. For reasons we will discuss.
Yeah,
but
we're trying to figure out what to do with this one, because we're not sure it belongs in S, but we don't think it belongs in S minus either. But A plus almost feels too low for it. So anyway, we both really love this game. I think it's so good. I would say quite possibly as far as Star Wars games go, it could be my favorite. We might rate some higher, but I think it's probably my personal favorite Star Wars game. But man, the Souls-like, bringing Souls-like to Star Wars, super cool. They did such a good job, and we'd been starved of a good Star Wars game for a long time. And so, man, we want to put it. we've developed this test that we call the Marin test. Where we want our sister. She hasn't played a bunch of games, but we've started having her play some games, and this is one that we specifically want her to try, and we want to see. Because it's so you can choose an easier mode, and we want to see if it's still an enjoyable experience for someone who hasn't played games. And if it is, I think it's going to go to S tier.
Yeah.
If not, I think it's going to end up in this A plus tier.
Yeah, it's just such a good Souls-like, but way more accessible than most of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Fall Guys. This one is A. Yeah.
Yes.
Fall Guys, really fun. It kind of was, unfortunately, it came out and then Among Us kind of like took the world by storm. I think it may have been more popular if it wasn't for that. But it's a fun time. We played it a little bit. It's fun to play with friends. I think it...
I mean, it has the problem of battle royale.
Yeah, the battle royale problem with like... This one isn't as bad because it doesn't
It's not. It's definitely the best.
Like I was talking about with battle royales, it doesn't reward bad gameplay, but you also like... can just get such bad luck in this game, and it feels so bad, and you're just like, this stinks. And anyway, it's fun. You should try it. Play it with friends, but not the best one. Not the best game for sure.
Okay, Fallout 4.
This one we're gonna put an A for now. Brian, you've played a decent amount of it?
I actually did play a decent amount, and I enjoyed it. It just isn't my cup of tea.
Yeah. I think I've played it a decent amount too. I haven't gotten through the story very much, and I want to, but I think people should try it. It's fun. It's a great apocalypse game, but yeah, I think it's a little rough around the edges, missing some things, so we'll leave it in A tier. Far Cry 4.
Okay, I think A. I think I decided I wanted this in A. Anyway, I've played this. I don't think you've played it at all.
No, I haven't played it all yet.
I've only played this one and the third one. The third one's Primal. Anyway, didn't really like Primal, but this one I actually really enjoyed. It's just a super cool survival game. And you just it's a super cool story of trying to overthrow a tyrant in somewhere in India, and it's just a super cool game. I really enjoyed it, and I want most people to try it.
Awesome. All right, next we have the Final Fantasy VII Remake. This
Okay.
one, we'll leave it in S for now.
We almost want to put it in S minus.
S minus because it is like a little crazy. I think it's still everyone should play.
I think it's easier than
It's
I think it's definitely easier than the other S minus ones we have.
yeah, I think that's fair. Anyway, I am so glad that they brought FS7 to the modern world and made this remake. It's so fun, such a great time, and it is beautiful. It is the story just pulls you in. And I love seeing people who haven't played the original get drawn into the story. Like
and
Brian,
I mean, this is exactly what happened with me. Yeah. I hadn't played any Final Fantasy games, and I've never been interested in them. And I played this one, and I was like, oh, I can see why people like these games. Just super good game. I think draws a lot from the Kingdom Hearts games, actually.
For you?
I mean, just kind of the combat style it has now.
They did bring the Kingdom Hearts 3 combat.
I don't think I would. I don't know if I enjoy the old style of doing it. I haven't actually tried it, but
you should play it in classic.
I do need to try it and try the classic one and see if I like it. But anyway.
All right, next we have the original Final Fantasy VII. We're gonna put an S minus. It has everything that the FF7 remake has, but I think it does have a weird learning curve for people. It's easy to miss a lot of stuff in the original, and it's kind of hard to understand exactly what's going on. I've played it, but I had a ton of help from my friend Jake to get into it. And once I got into it, I loved it. So that's why it's going to be an S- for us. Next, we have Fire Emblem Heroes, which we're going to put in the solid game tier. It's a good game. I think I like the Fire Emblem games. This one just is missing a little something, and I wish it was better. It's a fun strategy game, but it's just solid, and it's going to stay there. So next we have Flappy Bird,
our first D.
We wanted to put in Flappy Bird. We wanted something like
just kind of iconic.
Yeah, right. Go ahead.
Oh no, I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna sneeze. Anyway, Flappy Bird, it's definitely iconic, but it's just not a very good game. Looking back on it, it's just I don't think it's a great game, and it doesn't.
It's just very one note. You do one
you
thing.
just tap the whole time. Anyway, so we're just gonna leave it in D tier.
Okay, and our next D is Fortnite.
Yeah, I think Fortnite has a lot of good things going for it, but I just wouldn't recommend it to other people myself. I don't think people should play Fortnite. I think there's better versions of Battle Royale out there. I think it's the worst version almost of the Battle Royale system. Just rewards bad gameplay, and the community is a little funky, and I don't know. We're just going to put it in what we recommend. So.
Okay. Well, Freddy Fish,
kind of along the lines of Clue Finders, just one of those nostalgic games we played as kids. Fun little adventure game where there's a couple like this, and we just wanted to, I guess, remember them, and because of this nostalgia, we wanted to put it in here. So that's going to be in B+. Great game. Definitely relies on nostalgia.
Okay, Faster Than Light.
FTL, A tier. Right?
A tier. Okay, well, you can...
Yeah, FTL, I really like FTL. Permadeath, indie game, where you control a spaceship. I think it's so fun, and I like how you can go through, and then you can find things to make your next playthroughs a little different. Anyway, and every playthrough is a little different. It's a good time. It's definitely hard, but you should try it.
Well, and I've only played 30 minutes of this, but I actually really enjoyed it. It seemed like a game to me that I wouldn't really like, but I did enjoy it. It took me a while to figure out what was going on. By the time I figured it out, my ship was already gone.
Yeah.
But it seems super cool, and I want to try it.
It's a very punishing game, but it's really fun. Definitely worth a try. All right, next we have Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. C+.
Oh,
tier,
C+.
Because it feels a niche, I think.
Uh-huh.
Because it is really fun for good periods of time. This is an iOS game where you collect Star Wars characters and have them fight against each other, and I really enjoyed it. I put so many hours into this game. Got some of the high tier characters and stuff. Unfortunately, it is such a pay to win game, and that is why we're putting in C+. Because if you want to spend thousands of dollars on a game,
go for it.
This game will be great for you, but I don't like that, and so that's why it's gonna. It still has a good amount of fun gameplay and a good amount of time.
Yeah, I mean it's just a solid Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Okay.